watching. This is most likely going to be a one-shot adventure. We will be doing one that was purchased just today. See how it goes. And it is called the Crypt of the Sunlord. So, let's get into it. What I think we'll start with, while I do a little bit of reading, is I'll get the characters to introduce themselves. And we'll start with Dean. Tell us a bit about your character, Dean.
Okay, so my name is Dean Brody. I'm a protection fighter. So I like walking around and make sure people are covered by a shield. Um, so far, I'm just starting out adventuring, but I'm missing my childhood sweetheart so much that I'm tempted to run back to her and try and win back her love. Um, I've had a recent experience with a absolutely terrible monster which shall not be named, for fear of nightmares and the like. Um, and so I prefer to run headfirst into action rather than try and think about anything, because thinking makes mistakes.
Anything else you need to add there?
I look super dapper in the hood, but beyond that, not really. No,
No
I can't think
fedora
of
on this
anything.
character.
Yes, there is no fedora on this.
Alright, we'll get Krieger going next.
Okay, my name's Algernon Krieger. I am a rogue. I'm a male, and I'm 39 years of age, about 5'11", of medium size. Completely unremarkable appearance. I could be every man. And I am out for some adventure and gold.
Any anything else we need to know about the character?
Anything else will be revealed in the fullness of time.
Fair enough, fair enough. Next will be Grizel. He's too busy laughing. I'll do it for him. So Grizel is being played by my son Alexander, who is 12 years old. Grizel is a bard. And a few things to note about Grizel. Nobody stays angry at her or around her for very long. Very good at diffusing tension. And Grizel is meant to know a story for every situation. He's looking at me like, oh shit, I've got more than I bargained for here. Grizel likes seeing smiles on people's faces when they perform. And her instrument is her most treasured possession. And it reminds her of someone she loves. Okay? And once upon a time, you made fun of a noble who still wants your head. That was a mistake that you will likely repeat.
It's not me, is it?
No, that's Grizel. No. And next we have Sergius. Sergius.
Yep.
I don't know how you want to pronounce that.
I don't even know how I want to pronounce it. Parents were terrible, gave me a really hard name to pronounce. It's Sergius Antonoli. I don't know how to pronounce my last name.
That sounds about right.
And yeah, I'll just call myself Auntie or something. I'm a Paladin Noble Knight human, and I seem to come from a long line, very long, wealthy family that has dark secrets. But you don't know that. I have a somewhat of a short temper, but my temper seems to come back at you in a very passive-aggressive manner, rather than I may crush you, but I'll also ruin your crops and destroy your people. But I'm also a very nice guy. Apparently, I'll help those who are below me.
I think in this case it's more of a sense of duty rather than because it says noble obligation rather than something that he wants to do.
Okay. That's what I got from it.
Yep. No, that sounds about right. And I'm Furzazad. I'm the DM. Although if you're watching, you probably already knew that. You might not have known how to pronounce it. Furzazad. I've been getting that a lot lately, which is really weird because I've been using this name for years and years and years. Alright, so I've done a little bit of a read, and there's a map I'm going to share with everyone that is of the area that we will be adventuring in today. It's not a bad looking map, actually. I quite like that.
Yeah, it's actually a really nice map.
It's not too bad at all. Okay, so the story is going to start with me reading this out, I suppose. The cold wind bites at your face like an ethereal ogre born from the icy mountain mist and powdery snow. You ride upon a magnificent vessel made of finely carved wood. This ship was crafted by your enemy, the Vicmordir barbarians. The Vicmordir who built this boat most likely died at the hands of Clavician soldiers, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that one correctly, in the great battle at Robalka. The soldiers who fought in that battle were brave and seasoned warriors like the very men who worked tirelessly rowing this enormous vessel ever deeper into the dangerous Vicmordir territory. You are in the eastern mountain region of the Clavic Kingdom, a dangerous expanse of wilderness accessible only by boat via the massive Serpent Lake. Serpent Lake is a vast series of interlocking glacial lakes that stretch as far as the eye can see down the Vicmordir Valley, surrounded on all sides by jagged blue icy crags topped with a dusty white snow that blows off the inaccessible cliffs and into the forest below. This is the ship, by the way.
Nice.
Not too bad.
Cool.
This module is actually really well put together from what I've read so far. Okay. So, a few years ago, the Clavician monarchy claimed ownership of a small, isolated fishing village named Robalka. The small fishing village of Robalka, which was once Vicmordir, is on a peninsula that stretches out over Serpent Lake. By ousting the Vicmordir from Robalka, I'm going to have to get used to these words, the Clavicians sought to stop the raids on the lowland plains, towns and villages. This was a strategic move by the Clavician monarchy because by securing Robalka, the Clavicians also gained ownership over a very profitable iron mine. The Robalka mine was the primary source for the Vicmordir's ore for tools, weapons and armour. Okay, now it's now telling me to direct this following dialogue towards the leader of the party. So, who's going to be the leader of the party? It says preferably a warrior, but you know, given that we've got a paladin and a fighter, does anyone want to stick their hand up for this?
A paladin is normally a holy man, not necessarily too much of a fighter, but I'll put my hand up if no one else will.
I'm happy for Dean to do it.
Okay, not a problem. So, here it comes. There's a bit of text at the beginning, but we'll get into it. It was over 2 weeks ago that you left the safety of your homeland, the central Clavic Kingdom. It had been a rigorous day of training under your mentor at the guild. You were exhausted but invigorated by the cold air and fresh morning snow. A courier passed by, casually handing you a flyer. At first you thought nothing of it and almost tossed it aside, but the courier nodded at you with a knowing smile, so you kept it and ducked into a local establishment to take a closer look. Unfurling the flyer, your attention was immediately drawn to the closing of the letter. It had the crest of the royal monarchy and was signed by King Tokolvor, Clavic. That's going to be the 13th. You stopped dead in your tracks after realizing that you held an official invitation from the king of the entire Clavic Kingdom. The invitation granted you and a group of adventuring companions whom you deemed worthy free travel to Robolka, a remote fishing village on the outskirts of the Clavic Kingdom. Not only this, but by reporting for duty to the Mayor Igor Leonid of Robolka, each man or woman would be paid a sum of 100 gold pieces. Given that the Clavic Kingdom was in the middle of a recession, 100 gold was incredibly enticing. On top of this, the letter stated that additional payments would be secured for adventurers willing to take on specific quests for the Mayor of Robolka. Now, the rest of this is for the whole party. That was over 2 weeks ago, and now you are beginning to wonder if accepting the offer was such a good idea. Another cold wave splashes against the side of the enormous Vicmordir raiding vessel and sends a freezing mist spraying in your faces. The vessel rocks slightly and you negotiate with your queasy stomach to determine if you have anything left to donate to the Serpent Lake. The Vicmordir vessel upon which you ride is a massive beast designed and crafted by those deemed barbarians by the Clavic Kingdom. Shipbuilding is primarily a Vicmordir specialization, characterized by slender and flexible boats with symmetrical ends with true keel. I don't know if I'm not a boat person. I don't know if that is proper. They are clinker built, which is the overlapping of planks riveted together. They usually have the head of a great serpent protruding from the bow and stern. This particular ship holds all of those characteristic traits, but in addition, the captain proudly displays the Clavic Kingdom flag of two swords, crossed and pointed down behind a horizontal wooden Balkmore shield upon a white and red background. The swords are black, which signifies a time of peace. If a flag with white swords is flown, this signifies that the Clavic Kingdom is at war. The white is meant to represent the magical swords of snow and ice wielded by the Clavic generals. Right, okay, so let me just have a quick read. Does anyone have any questions about that?
No questions from Dean.
Report to the mayor. Get 100 gold pieces.
Yeah, got it. If anyone wants to keep notes, you guys know how to do that. That's not a problem. If this game turns out good, we may continue it. But for those watching, this stream is not a normal time for us. It's a public holiday, so we're just giving it a go. Let me just have a quick read here.
By the way, hello to the 3 viewers that we have.
Whew. 3, hey?
Well, it's technically 4, but one of them's me because I'm keeping an eye on the chat.
Well, I'm watching as well, so hello to the 2 viewers.
Hello, viewers. Yeah. Actually, that's good because while I'm reading this, you guys can keep them entertained slightly. For those watching, I do quite often also ask people to help us with the game if anyone has ideas or suggestions, or if someone rolls a 1, I'm always open to ideas on what bad things happen to characters. All right, so they should have named this the Serpent Ocean. Your captain calls above the roaring winter wind. It takes hours and hours of rowing like this to get across this huge glacial lake and reach Robolka. Today, Mother Nature isn't a boon. We have a headwind and our work cut out for us. So you and your friends there ain't never been out this far, eh?
No, well, at least as far as I'm aware, I haven't. But I can't speak for my compatriots.
We are all a miserable bunch of land lovers.
Yep.
Okay.
Anyone else notice how the cheerful bard sounded depressed as hell?
Yeah.
Doesn't like the sea.
No, fair enough. Fair enough. Well, just wait until you see Robolka. What a sight she is. She's not much but a smattering of wooden cabins and buildings on the lake's edge, but she's home to a great many folk, and the beautiful land is the reason we're up here. That and the fact that Holden the Mine keeps all that iron out of the hands of the damned Vicmordir. The captain spits some tobacco in the clear lake water and gazes out over the lake like a proud father. Yes, she's a beauty, all right. and she'll kill you in a second if you let your guard down. With that, the captain bursts into an old mining song as the men row their way deeper and deeper into Vic Mortier territory. By the way, this is the lake. I'm actually quite liking the maps on this.
Yeah, it's good. I like the setup.
Yeah,
So
it's not too bad at all. Okay. Considering the price of this module, it was only like $7 or something, wasn't it? Krieger was generous enough to buy it for us. Okay. Bear with me while I have a quick read of this. If you guys want to make small talk between characters and whatnot, now would be the time.
Given the hellish nature of the current water travel, Dean will be huddling next to the doorway into the main cabin of the boat, and just trying to keep himself warm and away from the spray of the water, lest his armor rust.
Yep, fair enough.
So, Grizzly, you a boy or a girl?
Grizel, that's you. What do you say? She is a woman. You're pretending to be a woman.
I'm a woman.
Pretending?
Well, role-playing a woman.
Okay.
That's probably the best way to word it. Role-playing a woman. Sorry, what was that? Bloody
Remember to
kids.
hit your push to talk.
Oh no,
Button
he's telling me to be quiet. I think he's slightly embarrassed that he's a woman. Anyhow, that's okay. Should make the game fun. So, you run your hands over the smooth curved edge of the boat as you gently pull yourself into a standing position. The water is so still, it reflects the sky like a mirror, making the clouds and blue sky below indiscernible from above. Small ripples from the boat and oars roll over the lake, gently rolling away the beautiful illusion. You cannot help but smile at the beauty here. Your eyes catch a circling raptor in the sky above, searching the water for an easy fish to catch in its razor-sharp talons. Scanning the adjacent hillsides, you see a thick forest of evergreen trees dotted here and there, with grey stones or perhaps the ruins of a once great civilization. Alright. So, story so far, you've been made an offer by the king for quite a lot of money, 100 gold. Considering they're in a recession, that is a lot of gold. And promise of rewards for going on adventures or missions assigned by the mayor. Sounds about right, yes?
Yep.
Keep in mind, everyone watching, I'm reading this for the first time as we play it, so... Alright, so the soldier... Before that, as the sun begins to set behind the travellers on the Great Lake, the captain orders the soldiers to row for shore to camp for the night. The soldiers row for shore as the sun makes its way down into the sky. The rich golden orb appears to rest upon the Great Lake for a moment before seemingly submerging itself partially in the cold water to cool itself from a long, hard day of work. The rays cast by the great sphere trickle across the ripples made by the oars so that the hardened soldiers now row in a pink and orange sea, quite vivid when cast against the stoic white of snow and ice upon the trees and shore. As the vessel approaches land, you can make out large white pillars, worn and crumbling from ages, exposed in the elements. A few white stones can be made out, mostly hidden by overgrown sod and ice-encrusted snow. The soldiers row hard to the shore. The captain calls out, "Brace yourselves!" The boat answers by slamming into the shore, causing passengers to lurch forward momentarily before the vessel finally comes to rest partially upon the white snow-covered shore. A couple soldiers jump out of the boat and secure ropes to a large white stone pillar from which dangle bright green icy leaves and long clear icicles. Can everyone please roll a perception check? So click on the skills tab, go to perception, and yep, that's it, double click it.
Ooh.
No, it didn't. Oh, he even made his dice pink. How about that? Wow, those are some low rolls with one good roll. All right.
Of course, it's the rogue that has the best perception.
Yeah, well, it's to be expected, really, isn't it?
That's the lowest bonus. It's just the highest roll.
Right, so as you disembark, blah, you notice a white door with strange symbols etched upon its surface embedded in the hillside adjacent to the ruins. It stares at you like a menacing white eye in the otherwise earth-coloured hillside, surrounded by grey boulders which have slid out of the earth over the years of freeze and thaw. There are no footprints in the snow, which seems to put you at ease a bit, but there's something unsettling about that door which you can't quite put your fingers on. Now, only Sergius really noticed that, although I'm sure he would explain that to you. Make camp, says the captain quietly. The soldiers move, and here I am yelling it. The soldiers move like they have done this 100 times before, forming a line from the boat and tossing goods and supplies down the line to the captain, who carries them partway up the hill and under a large fir tree which will shelter you from the snow and ice. Before long, all the goods are unpacked and you kick back next to a roaring fire while the soldiers laugh, drink, and tell ghost stories. The crackling embers and ashes follow the twisting trails of smoke up into the darkening sky as the last rays of sun disappear behind an ocean of green evergreens topped with white snow. Any questions from anyone at this stage?
Nope.
Nope.
So far, so good.
Is that weird door visible from our campsite?
I don't know. I'll get to that. Okay, hold on a minute. Just having a bit of a read. The camp is arranged in a fairly simple fashion on a small hill just a short jaunt east from the ruins of... No, I'm going to shut up there. Bedrolls and wool blankets litter the area in a circle around the roaring campfire with a couple of tents set up for the captain. Alright, so at this stage you guys are going to be camping there. It's what the captain wants. Do you guys want to do anything?
Rock up.
Rock
Go for a
up?
bit of a scout around the outer area of the camp.
Okay, bear with me. Alright, so
We've
yeah.
got snow on the ground, yeah?
Yeah, yep. It's cold, snowy area. The lake is made of glaciers from what I've been able to read. Alright, so you do a bit of a scout. How far are you thinking?
I don't know, maybe go between 10 20 metres around the perimeter of the camp. Walking
Yep.
around, having a look for any tracks in the snow or anything like that, anything that catches my...
Yep, roll a perception check for me. No, just Krieger in this case. Yep, no, you don't notice anything. The snow doesn't seem to have any footprints or anything, and yeah. Alright, so once everyone starts to settle down for the night, you can see that the captain's really taking things seriously. He sets up a watch with the guards assigned. And let me just read this while we go about it. Right, okay. Goblin! You leap up, half expecting the sun to be up, but it's still dark and freezing cold outside. You look around and see the soldiers waking up and fumbling through their belongings to get their swords loose from scabbards. A solitary guard has his sword out and is running down the hill away from the camp and into the darkness. "Hold!" yells the captain, his voice echoing off into the ruins. He gets up half-dressed with his sword drawn and saunters down the hill towards the soldier. Never run headfirst into battle when you know not where you run. It could be a trap. He reaches the soldier and you can barely hear their voices above the whisper of the chill wind and barely see them outside the shroud of night. Calm down and tell us what happened. Right, so basically the soldier... Let me just read this and then I'll paraphrase it for you all. What do you guys think has happened, by the way? Speculate.
Sounds like the sentries caught a goblin in our camp, and when he's called out, the thing's taken off.
Okay, yep.
I spotted a goblin either on his way past the camp or up to it, attracted maybe by the big campfire in the middle, and he's gone directly to try to fight it and get rid of it. But it seems like that hasn't quite gone well for him.
Okay, so while you guys are, doing this, one of your characters, in particular, Sergius. Are you there, Sergius?
I am.
On your character sheet,
Mm-hmm.
on your inventory tab,
Yes.
I've just edited something for you. See if you can find it.
Signet ring? Was that before?
Yes, your signet ring with your family crest is missing. It's no longer on your no longer in your possession.
My signet ring is gone.
It appears to have been stolen.
I can see it. It's still here.
Not anymore.
I'm looking at it.
No, I just deleted it.
Oh, where did it go?
Damn goblins.
Right. Well, do we want to roll for an investigation then? If it's possible, they may have already been here.
Yeah, okay, you can roll investigation. Go for it.
Sorry, perception, not investigation.
No, do an investigation because you'd be trying to look around trying to find it.
Yeah, see if we can find where he came in from and if he's come in and gone out the same way.
6. Alright, so just keep in mind, Sergius, if anyone does him injury, like insults him or whatnot, he wants to crush them, ruin their name, and salt their fields, right? He really likes to get his revenge. And given that this is one of the only things he has that proves he's a noble, he's going to be quite upset that it's missing. So, what are you thinking there, Sergius?
What was the result of my investigation?
All you could find was footprints from everyone.
Okay, so no goblins.
Does anyone else wish to help him investigate?
Yes.
I will.
Alright, roll your investigation checks. It's under skills. Ugh.
Oh.
You've lost your toes. Don't know where they went.
Grizzle, you found your own instrument.
Yeah, pretty much. So keep in mind, by the way, Grizzle, your character has a lute. I expect some mad air guitar from you when it's appropriate. Okay, so Krieger has actually rolled quite well, and yes, he finds goblin prints have gone straight in there, and right near where Sergius' backpack was being kept, and logically, it looks like the goblin has taken it.
So the goblin stole an entire backpack.
No, just
stole my
his ring.
So really, I would have
Okay.
had it on my finger. So
Yeah, because I'm not sure if the microphone cut out or whatever, but all I heard was, either footprints going up to where the backpack was, and the goblin appears to have taken it. So I thought it might have been the backpack.
Appears to have taken the ring. The ring is the only thing that's missing, but in Sergius's mind, it is extraordinarily valuable, and he's very upset that someone would dare steal from him.
Can I go down to where the guard and the captain are and try and hear what they're talking about?
Yes, no problem. Does everyone want to go there, or?
Yeah, I was just about to go over and talk to them.
Yeah.
If they're in the middle of a conversation. No.
Okay. Yep. Okay, so the goblin is still running away at this stage. You can't see it anymore, but given that the snow had no tracks and now there's what looks like a set of tracks that have run in and back out in the one direction. Makes it look like it's pretty easy to follow this goblin. So the captain and the guard are still there looking, but they're not sure if they want to go chasing after the goblin after all. At this stage, in their eyes, the goblin doesn't appear to have done anything other than sneak up and run off. So, use your
Time to lose
microphone.
your mind, Sergius.
Yep. Okay. So I'll assume that you guys then explain that he's now been the victim of a theft, and that it looks like the goblin has done it. And the captain, at this stage, I'm going to say he's well, it's still dark, and he wants to leave first light.
Leave where?
Well, you aren't at your destination yet. The idea is
No,
you're camping
no.
for the night, and when you're finished, you'll load the boat back up and continue along your way.
Are we on an island bit at the moment, or
No, it's not an island.
land?
It's
Oh.
actually land.
It's a lake, yeah. We're going by boat down up a lake or down a lake.
Yep.
It's
Alright.
pretty easy to track him at the moment. I reckon we should go after him and get back that ring.
Yes, yeah, I know. I reckon we should too.
Okay, not a problem. So, the captain says we'll be leaving an hour after dawn. Be back by then. Okie dokie. Alright. So, following the goblin tracks, you descend the hill and enter the snow-covered ruins. Most of the site consists of tall pillars covered in snow, vines and moss, and streaked with black tears from the years of weather and wind digging dirt into its surface only to wash it free again. You shine a torch to and fro as you walk through the piles of white rubble and around the pillars, half expecting a goblin to jump out at any moment. The ruins stretch the length of a few buildings before ending at the strange white stone door in the hillside.
While we're exploring this, I'd like to kind of call out in Goblin and say, we're not here to hurt you, we just want our belongings back.
Okay. Give us your best goblin voice impersonation.
Still speaking English, or?
Yeah.
I didn't know if you wanted me to make up a Goblin.
No. Do it in English. Let's just hear your goblin voice.
Oh,
You're gonna have like an accent, like.
Yeah, no, that's true. I feel like I'm digging myself into a hole.
Just a hint of Bavarian.
What the fuck? No.
Give it a go. Come on, entertain us.
Actually, he wouldn't be imitating a goblin, would he? He'd just be.
On his character sheet.
He could speak goblin, I understand that, but he wouldn't be imitating a goblin.
No, but he'd be speaking goblin. It'd be like speaking another language and having an accent. I just want to hear his best goblin.
I'm pulling in Alex, so I'm trying not to laugh.
They can hear you. Okay, all right. Never mind. You call out, but you don't get an answer as such. So you guys are at the front of this strange white stone door in the hillside. So, can everyone please make a perception check?
Oh, for the love of God. Can I also knock on the door?
Look at that, 19, 18.
10-3.
Okay, alright.
The door, the hinges on the outside.
I'll get to that. So there are prints all around the place, okay? And because you guys have successfully made your perception check, the stone is set in the hillside is quite thick and appears to weigh a substantial amount. It appears that at some point the earth has shifted, leaving a small opening which one could squeeze through on one side of the door. The front of the stone is decorated in symmetrical patterns and a large circle with what appears to be flames shooting out and meeting the other lines in the pattern. Thus, you discern that the circle most likely represents the sun, although this is only a guess. Now, there is an image which I will share.
That's a really cool door.
This is a really good module considering the price. I'm really surprised it wasn't more expensive. Like, really surprised.
Yeah, no.
I don't buy you crap.
Yeah, I know. I know.
So, okay, cool. Is there? Can we tell which way the door opens? Is there any kind of locks or anything to
You
pull
can't
the door
open it.
with?
It's been not busted, but when the ground shifted, it's obviously been moved. You could squeeze through into it. You can't open it. It's too damn heavy.
Send the bard.
It sounds about right. Okay. Now's where it's going to start getting
pushed
fun.
in.
Now's where it's going to start getting fun. There's going to be some, well, maybe fighting. It depends on how you guys handle yourselves. Either way, I need to add a mask and share a sheet with you guys. So I'll move everyone back down here. And sorry, edit this and make sure it's actually viewable for those watching. I always forget to do that.
Oh, FGC's here.
Sorry, say that again.
We have FGC as a viewer.
Oh, nice. Hello, Fantasy Grounds College. Right, so, because I've never done this adventure before, this might take a little bit for me to set up, but all in all, that is where that door is. Alright. Now before we get in, I'm just going to lock the tokens. Anyone have questions before we actually get in here?
Through the crack, is it lit on the other side?
That's an excellent question. I don't know the answer to that, but I will find out. Bear with me.
Yeah, my question is the hole big enough to
No, it's dark.
Is the hole big enough to throw a bard?
Maybe, although she probably won't like you grabbing her like that.
Can I try it and try and get a nice spin going?
How about if we light a torch and throw it in there first?
You're actually going to have to climb through this. It appears that the goblin is more than likely squeezed through this gap, although for him it's not too much of a squeeze, but because you guys are humans, it's probably going to be a little bit difficult to squeeze through the gap. You'll be able to do it, but it's not the sort of thing that you would just, waltz through.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I go up and try and squeeze through and possibly also try and widen the gap a bit so it's easier for everyone else?
Okay, yeah, move your character up there. Yep, so you'll need to make a strength check.
Straight up strength or athletics?
Strength. You said you're trying to open it further.
Not entirely certain why athletics when it came towards that, but such is life.
No, that's it. So no, the door's too too strong. It's incredibly heavy. It would take, a team of excavators to move this. All right, but you can squeeze through if you wish to. So if anyone wants to move forward, just drag it up. You guys know how to do it. All right, so you guys will manage to squeeze through. Right. I'll say everyone's gone in anyway. All right, so a short hallway. I'll read that out in a second. I just got to draw this. And for those who don't know, drawing with the mask, you can do custom shapes if you hold the shift button. I learnt that on Fantasy Grounds College. A short hallway extends from the entry and leads down a flight of stairs into the darkness. Halfway down the stairwell, the wall and ceiling have collapsed, causing a cave-in of dirt and rocks piled knee-high. You must climb through the rubble to proceed down the corridor. Although it looks unstable, and you are wary of breaking an ankle or two in such treacherous ground, caution should possibly be your watchword here.
Caution and other such thinking are for people who are not me. So I will draw my sword and shield just in case, and quickly, but also trying not to fall because falling is painful. I'm going to move up the corridor.
Okay, yep, so I'll actually just draw a bit more of that for you.
Dean, your character's the one that likes to use big words incorrectly.
Yes.
Excellent. Have at it.
Alright, so as you're getting across there, Dean, you please need to make either athletics or acrobatics check. Take your pick.
Doesn't matter, rolled like crap. I'm dead.
Not necessarily dead. Alright, but you did fail and you have tripped and you fall down the stairs down to here and you're going to take 1 damage.
Dobby never meant to kill, only maim or seriously injure.
That's alright. And so while he's down there, I'm just going to expand the next area. Bear with
What kind of armor have you got on, Dean?
Chainmail.
You would have made a wonderful clanking sound as you slid down there face first.
I wouldn't say it's a clanking sound. I'd say more of a not quite a clattering. I don't know the descriptive. I don't know the adjective for coins hitting each other in a pocket. It would sound a lot like that, though.
Yeah, I would have said clinking. Alright,
jingling. That's it. Jingling.
Yeah, that's right. Partway down the corridor, you notice white bones partially buried amidst the rubble. As you are climbing over the precarious debris, a large rock is pushed aside, exposing an animal skull, its leering visage seeming to threaten you with jagged teeth from beyond the grave. As you recover from the sight, the scattered bones twitch and begin to whip through the air, coalescing into an animated skeletal creature that resembles a huge dog.
Well, aren't you the epitome of zombification?
Something like that. I'm just going to roll initiatives for everyone.
For context, that was him talking to the dog.
Yeah, The dog has appeared here.
Oh, well, that's not friendly. That's just cheating.
I know, right? So you've disturbed its bones when you fell your ass down the stairs. Alright, so initiative-wise, Dean, who actually is probably really going to be prone because he just fell down the stairs. Your turn.
Okay. So I need to spend half my movement to get up, don't I?
Yes.
I'm going to stand up and turn around and take a couple, or go up about 1 or 2 steps towards the dog. Can I reach out and try and grab one of its ribs and toss it behind me and say, go fetch?
Make an unarmed attack roll. Yeah, I love it. It's great. Whew. Alright, well, you do manage to reach out and touch it, but unfortunately, you weren't able to dislodge a rib, and the dog actually snaps at you when you do that and hits you.
Of course she does.
Hits you quite hard. Not a friendly puppy.
I scowl at the dog and say, I am flabbergasted at your behaviour.
Rolled up newspaper. Bad boy.
Bad
Okay,
boy, no
turns
biscuit.
over.
Yes.
Yep. And your turn. Krieger.
Right, while this is going on, I'm going to be moving down and going in for a sneak attack behind it with my rapier.
Mhm.
Not the best tool, but the only one I got for the job.
Yep, I might actually just move you back just a little bit. Good grief. I'm having a moment here. There. Okay, make sure you apply your sneak attack.
So I can't use bludgeoning. I've got to use piercing on this. Is that correct?
Yes, because you're
Or
holding a
slashing.
rapier. No, piercing. Because it's like fencing, you're stabbing at it. But roll your attack first.
Oh, sorry.
That hits. Now just roll damage like normal, and the sneak attack will happen automatically. Yep. He actually manages to kill the skeletal dog really easily.
Nice.
Right.
Pierce it right through its little dog skull.
Yep. All right. Okay. Right. So while that happens, you guys will continue down the stairs, I would imagine. Oh, Krieger, can you please make a... What is it? Acrobatics check.
Dexterity.
Sure.
Yeah, acrobatics will use dexterity, so it's fine. Well, athletics or acrobatics, whatever you prefer. No, you're fine. You managed to pass, no problem. Are the other two coming forward?
Yes, really. I am.
Yep. Beautiful. So when you get to there, please make either your athletics or dexterity check. Please, Grizel. Yep, that's a pass. You get down there, no problem. And lastly, Sergius. Please make either your athletics or dexterity check.
Oh,
Ugh. Ugh. 4 damage.
damn.
It happens. That's what it's calling for. And you tumble down. Alright. After descending the stairs and passing through the archway, you enter a large circular room with a domed ceiling about 30 feet across. The ceiling appears to have once proudly displayed a detailed mural, which now is lined with thousands and cracks and missing. I'll assume that means of cracks. Roots from the trees and plants above burst through the ceiling and into the chamber, dangling clumps of dirt from their web-like root structures. Upon the floor is a highly detailed and colourful mural of a large sun which encompasses almost the entire floor. Around the sun are 6 animals, each painted before a large wooden door. The animals painted upon the floor to your left are difficult to make out as a cave-in has blocked off much of that area with rubble and earth. Presumably 3 doors await buried beneath years of collapsed earth and rock. Directly across from you is a white stone door similar to the entry stone. In front of this door, standing atop the sun mural, is a noble-looking man with a woman at his side holding his arm. The eyes of the man are 2 suns staring out at the world and warming it with his gaze. You feel mesmerized and at peace gazing upon the mural and almost forget your purpose in coming here. Okay, so everyone's gone into the chamber. I'm just going to move everyone in and have a bit of a read. Do you guys have any questions or anything?
No.
So I'm just clarifying this. It's a mural on a door that we're seeing, correct?
I think I said it was on the floor in front of the door. On the floor in front of the door. Like in front of the door. So I'll draw, but see where I've just drawn there?
Oh yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah, on the floor in front of the doors, right? And this door here, and this door here look like where the cave-in has happened, they've been damaged and they're unpassable.
Right, okay.
I do have a question.
Yes.
First, what was the name of the town that we were headed to see the mayor?
That's a very good question.
Actually,
Rybalka.
I could scroll back on that.
Yeah, we'll
It's
have to scroll
Rybalka.
back. I can't remember the names. Like I said, it's the first time I've actually read this one, so... Okay, so... The 3 doors to the left are inaccessible. Rybalka, thank you, Dean.
Also, a quick side note: it seemed there was an issue with the streaming announcer on FGC, which seems to have been rectified at this time.
Oh, has it?
Well, they didn't announce it. They apparently disabled it due to issues from video games. And yeah, I just asked them about it, and they've added you back onto the bot for it.
Okay, alright, not a problem. Yeah, because I was away for a week, I haven't kept up with it. Okay, so not a problem. So a little bit of information for you guys. The door, where is it? The middle door on the eastern wall is slightly ajar. So that's this door here is ever so slightly ajar.
Right, will I start making my way towards it, rolling for investigation?
Yep. Good roll, by the way. Bear with me. What did you just roll? 16. Alright. So you don't actually notice any... What are you investigating for, specifically? I got to ask this question, man. Sorry. I'm reading it as we go, so...
Honestly, from previous experiences in a past life, traps.
Oh, dear, that was a really good answer. Have inspiration. That was really quite good. Alright, we might just take a very quick 5-minute bio. We'll be right back.
Yeah, I'll be back in a minute as well.
Going FK for a sec.
Alright, I am back. Is everyone else ready to go?
Yes.
Mate, I'm trying to enter stuff on the notes page, but how does it actually come up?
You got to create a new note,
Yeah.
and you haven't done that. It doesn't show me them. So click on the notes button, then in there right click and down the bottom go create item.
I'm using the notes on the side panel.
Oh, yeah, that's on your character sheet. Are you talking about?
No.
No. Okay, yeah. So the notes button on the right hand side of Fantasy Grounds, when you click that, it brings up a window that says notes.
Yep.
In there, have you created anything?
Well, I've started to write, but I don't know how to actually...
Alright, if you've just started to write down in that little field down the bottom, that's the mistake.
Yep.
What you want to do is just in the background of the notes area, right click and go down the radial menu to create item. Now click that one, and you can then click to enter text. Or drag it across from the chat log.
Cool.
Alright, so... Still waiting on Maka and King, I assume?
I'm back.
You're back? Waiting on King. Alright, sorry, I've just got to read this while we wait for him. Maybe the bard should sing us a song while we wait. This 12-year-old's just turning red here.
Song.
Sing it. No, don't do that, or you'll start singing something like Baby Fish, Baby Shark, whatever the hell it is.
What's that?
Don't do it. Okay, so...
I shouldn't know.
Because I'll kill your character. Okay. Let me just have a quick read, and hopefully he will tell us when he gets back. So all the doors are shut except for the one to the east. Anyone have questions while we wait?
Are the labels on the doors the same as the one outside?
No, they've got the different, they don't have any markings on the doors as such, it's just the murals painted on the ground in front of them.
Oh, okay, sorry, the murals painted on the ground are the same.
Yeah, and the door where Sergius is slightly ajar.
Yep. Yeah, I've got a pretty good idea what I'm going to do next. I just wanted to wait for someone else to do something. Because one turn is 60 seconds, isn't it?
Sorry, say that again?
One move is 60 seconds?
6
Or is
seconds.
it 30 seconds? 6 seconds, oh.
6 seconds. So in the combat tracker, when we take turns, everyone's turn is 6 seconds. So when it goes through every player and every NPC and comes back to the first player, game time, that just means 6 seconds all happens at once, right? So 10 turns will make 1 minute, which is why when some spells say, they last for 10 minutes, people think, oh, it's going to be 10 minutes of real time. No, it's 10 minutes of game time. That's 2. He normally sneezes 7 times for those watching.
Someone's got hay fever.
Yeah, he does have allergies. While we wait for King, do you want to go and take your allergy medicine? It's probably a good idea. 12-year-olds, I tell you.
Okay, back.
You're back?
Yep.
Okay. That's 3.
And the stream got announced 5 minutes ago.
Awesome. Yeah, while we were taking a break. Isn't that great?
Yeah, I know, right?
It's okay. These things happen.
And we have dropped a viewer.
We have. That's okay. That doesn't matter. We're slowly getting there. Alright, so do you have any questions before we continue there? King?
I don't have any questions, no.
No? Okay, good.
There's nothing I can think of.
While you were away, I just sent Alex to take his medicines to help stop him from sneezing.
Fair enough. And I put X's over the doors we can't go through.
Go for it. So all 3 on the left?
Yeah, they've already got X's on them.
I'm not seeing them. I'll draw them. See that?
That's not an X.
This is an X.
Yeah, that just reminded me of Triple X, The Return of Xander Cage, so...
I honestly don't think I've seen that.
Well, you've never seen the Triple X movies?
I think I saw the first one. Didn't they have Vin Diesel in it?
Yeah, that's the one that's Return of Xander Cage. He might have been in the original ones as well, because I only really remember the ones that had bollocks. I don't know his name. The guy that was in Are We There Yet? And Are We Done Yet?
I
Those
don't know.
movies. I can't remember his name.
I'm back.
Was it Ice Cube?
Something like that. Alright, let's get back into it anyway. So, this door near Sergius is slightly ajar. It is the only door that appears to be so. So, Sergius, what are you doing?
Well, if no one else is going to do anything, if you allow me, I'm going to roll for investigation again. Except
Make
this
a
time
perception.
on Perception.
Mm-hmm.
Okie. You know how you, like you're playing Jenga and you test the blocks on Jenga?
You mean like where you poke them to see if they're going to move easily?
Yeah. I'm gonna do that for the door. See if it was there, if it's solid or not.
No, the door can move freely.
Okay, cool. Oh, I didn't. All right, whatever. I won't
So
bother.
it will push in this instance.
Yep.
So you're going to push it open?
Oh, roll perception.
Roll your perception
through the
first.
Jar, yeah, first.
Yep, good roll. So, and you're pushing the door open at the same time?
Mhm.
Okay, I'm just drawing the mask for you. Bear with me. Aha! Alright, so, you do actually notice there's a trap.
Cool.
Okay, it's essentially a very small piece of string attached to the door. Alright, and you could cut it to set it off, but it looks like it's designed so that when you push the door open, it will trigger and something will happen.
All right. So you can't. There's nothing. It's not a string that you step over or anything. You have to.
No, it's
set it
attached
off
to the
in order
door. Well, there might be another way to disable it. We do have a rogue in the group. Gregor.
Yes, we do. Okay. Yes. Do we actually have any sign of his tracks still down here, or?
No, it's hard to tell because it's quite dark. And given that this is the only door that looks like it's easily accessible, it's probably your character would assume that's probably the way that the goblin went.
Okay, cool. So, yep.
So
Let me know. I'll go over there. And I'll have a go at
you do have
disarming
the option
trap.
to try and disarm it. Okay, you need to do a dexterity check, and the difficulty that you need to beat is 14.
Right, that's just out of my skills or off my main page.
On your main page. You'll be using your thieves tools, but I didn't set them up as a skill.
Cool, and it's just straight out of my abilities, not my saves.
Correct. Dexterity check.
Wouldn't that add proficiency as well?
He passes. Doesn't matter.
Bang.
Yeah, and you're right, King. It actually would, but he passed anyway, so it's irrelevant. Right, so you managed to actually disable it, and when Sergius pushes the door open, what was meant to happen with the trap is a whole heap of rubble up on the roof was meant to collapse and cave in on you, but it doesn't because you disabled the trap. Don't ask for more detail than that because I'm just going to say magic. Rogue abilities. Alright, so let's have a look at this room. You push open the heavy wooden door, which reveals a large chamber full of rubble, a grey stone sacrificial altar decorated only by a large sun carving stands undamaged towards the back of the room. That is room.
That's not creepy
4.
whatsoever.
Sorry, say that again? Yeah, tell me about it. So, I'm just going to have to draw that, I guess. That should do. Why is that not? Whatever. There you go. Good enough. Okay. So... Sorry, bear with me here. You guys have
okay.
entered the room because it's now safe to do so.
Completely ruining my plans to get fed up with the door and just barge straight through, activating the trap.
Yeah, fair enough. Maybe there'll be more of those in a little bit. Let me just have a quick read of this. Okay. So the room's full of rubble despite the map itself. It's describing it as full of rubble. And can everyone please roll a perception check?
Oh no!
Wow.
Hold on, I got to check that. Just let me scroll up to it. Did we just roll a 1, 2, a 3, and a 4?
Yes, we did.
I mean, slightly out of order, but yeah.
That's still a 1, 2, a 3, and a 4. I don't think you guys could do that again.
Nah, it'd take months to do that again. We obviously have no idea what's going on in this room, so...
Absolutely.
Yeah, I kind of want to use inspiration to re-roll it.
Well, one of you does have inspiration. I will allow that.
What do you mean, one of us? I know I've got
that.
a little star there. I don't know if that's left over from the other game, though.
Nah, I think you gave it to the wrong person first.
Did I?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm saying Dean has inspiration.
Remember, you can give it to other players.
I have inspiration.
No, you don't. Shush. No, you'll get a star on your portrait when you have inspiration. No, that's bardic inspiration. That's not just inspiration. Okay, I'm just going to allow you to re-roll it anyway. If I gave it to the wrong person, that happens.
Yeah, go for it.
Sorry, was that directed to me?
Yes.
Yep.
Alright, sorry, my
Roll,
apology.
roll. That's better.
That's more like it. You actually do see in the north side. You see that?
Yep.
He's hiding there.
I'm gonna try and talk to him in Goblin.
Well, it's not your turn. Alright.
Oh,
So hold on. So Dean, who's playing as Dean?
hi.
It is your turn. Right, yeah, you've got the highest initiative, so yep.
Yeah.
And because you weren't surprised you saw him.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna turn over to him and talking Goblin. I'm gonna try and do a voice.
Let's hear it. I'm excited for this.
I'm not. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to remember all the other Goblin voices I've heard.
Just wing it. Just go. Whatever comes out, comes out.
What are you doing here? We want our stuff back.
That was good.
Yeah, that was good.
I'll pay that. Well done.
Well done. Excellent. That was really good. I enjoyed that. Okay, so that's what you're doing? Alright.
Yep.
An arrow actually fires at Krieger and hits him from the south. And another goblin. No, I need to get rid of that. Sorry, I thought I was on mask mode. I apologize. Another goblin is visible. Krieger.
First of all, ouch. Are these guys shooting through slits, or are they just sort of like?
No, there's just a little passage that you hadn't noticed that he's now stuck his head out of.
Okay.
But you didn't when you rolled.
Yep.
Sorry, Alex, when you want to talk to me while we're doing this, you've got to talk through your microphone. Otherwise it sounds like I'm having a one-way conversation. He asked, I thought we would have seen that, and I explained you didn't roll high enough to see it. Okay, so sorry, Krieger, what are you doing?
So I'll move towards the goblin to the south of me.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see. What can I do here? I was going to go with a straight out attack on it again.
Go for it.
He's shot me with an arrow.
Alright,
That's it.
whoever's drawing, stop it. That's showing up on everything, so don't do that, please. That hits. You actually just slaughtered him. So you've just killed him with one hit. Tell me how you did it.
Yep. Okay, so being a goblin, being slightly slower than me, just stabbing forward, just opened up his neck like a chicken fillet.
Yep.
And watch blood just spray all over the place. Actually, not getting me, but just covering everything else.
Gotcha.
Pouring down anything, he just falls lifelessly to the floor.
Alright, done. Is that your turnover?
I'll wipe my rapier on his whatever he's wearing. And that'll be my turn.
Okay. This goblin sees that happen, gets quite upset, and comes charging out straight towards Sergius. Scimitar in hand, he swings. He misses. Sergius. What are you doing?
Oh, I was looking at my longsword.
I haven't got background music on for this either, so don't want to leave it too quiet.
I'm going to take out my longsword.
Mm-hmm. Which I'll assume you
And-
already had.
And swing it at Big.
That hits. Do your damage.
Yeah,
Poof.
there you
Oh,
go.
you've killed him with one shot too. Describe it for me.
I slashed him across the face.
Okay. Yep, that'll do. He's dead. Is that end of your turn?
Oh yes. Can I use a cantrip or no?
Only if it's a bonus action. No? Okay. So, seeing that happen, another goblin actually climbs out of the rubble that no one had noticed. And just does a runner.
Get back here, you vile maggot.
He's gone through
That
the
wasn't the
tunnel.
one with your ring, was it?
I don't know.
It's quite possible.
God.
Alright, so you guys now know that there's 3 exits to this room anyway. North, west, and south.
Yep. Quickly search the body of the one that I killed.
Yeah, same.
Just rifle through it.
Yep, there doesn't appear to be anything terribly valuable that you would want to pick up on these 2.
Cool. Leave it. Let's go get that other one. Hopefully he's got your signet ring.
Okay, not a problem. Let me close that one and open that one. The good thing about this map is they've really laid it out well with the pins and whatnot. Much better than that other adventure we were doing the other week. Okay. When you get closer, you actually realize that you are not going to be able to fit through that little hole.
Yes, yeah, it was more of an attitude thing.
No, it's physically too small. The goblins can squeeze through it, but a human would be too damn big to fit through it without excavating it. You're still human, and talk to me with your microphone.
So, I'm just checking. When you say it's too big to be traversed without excavation, I'm assuming excavation means actually digging, not just me sprinting at it with my shield in front of me?
Yes.
Damn.
Yes, no, you wouldn't be able to physically fit through. You would have to actually widen the hole.
Right, okay.
Yeah. So the only way that you're going to get into those rooms is to go back to the main chamber and open the doors.
I suggest we move back into the main chamber and check the door that's at like 2:30 there, or northeast.
Yeah. But the bloody GM made it locked though.
Not unopenable necessarily. So everyone's coming out here and checking it out?
Yep.
Okay, so on the floor in front of this door is painting of an elk. Okay.
What was in front of the one that we've gone through?
Sorry?
What was in front of the one that we've gone through
A
already?
boar. There's a picture of a boar on the floor. Sorry, I didn't read that out earlier. I should have. Okay, so this door, which no one really investigated very much, can also be pushed open if you were so inclined.
I reckon we go for
Being the rogue, I'll check it for more traps.
Yep. Give me, roll your perception check. No, he's the rogue. I'm sick of saying it. Talk through the microphone, alright? When there's other people who can't hear you, it just makes me sound like I'm talking to myself. Good roll, by the way. Bear with me a second. Right. Alright, so on that one, there doesn't appear to be any traps that you notice. Sorry. This is the joys of not having pre-read the adventure. So, you're pushing
That's
the door
okay,
open,
mate.
what are you doing?
Yep, push the door open.
Alright. Except it's on drawing mode again. Good grief. Mask mode. Right. So you push it open. It says you push open the door and a cold gust of air rushes out like a ghost trying to escape its crypt. A stone sacrificial altar carved with the symbol of the sun sits towards the back of the room again. Upon the altar rest the remains of a large elk complete with an enormous rack of horns. 3 steps descend into what is now a partially flooded chamber. The top of the water is iced over, giving the appearance of a glass floor.
Gonna be slippery.
Mm-hmm.
If I get the opportunity, I'm gonna do what I probably should have done before.
Yep.
And use my divine sense.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
Did I roll that on myself?
Yeah, it should be already on your character sheet. Just should apply the effect.
Yeah. There you go.
Yep. Okay, so in this room you don't detect any undead.
Oh well, it's has a range of 60 feet.
Yep. I haven't read the other rooms yet, so for the moment you're just not detecting it in this room.
I was mainly wondering on checking where Grog went, but
Yep, so he's not undead, he's just a goblin.
oh, okay. I thought I must have misread it. I thought it was both.
Yeah, no. Celestials, fiends, or undead. Sorry, say that again, Krieger.
So I was about to say, how far gone is this elk body that's on the sacrificial?
Oh, it's just bones.
Oh, yeah, cool.
It's just bones. While we're in there, is anyone doing anything?
Checking for signs that the little goblins move through here, like when we came in with the water.
Yep, please
already
make a
moving.
perception check. Anyone who wants to check.
Yes, I'd like to do the same.
So would I.
On my screen, that rolled 5 and 4, and I was going to say, not again.
Yeah. By the way, quick note in case anyone here doesn't know, and if you want to stop scrolling through skills, if you take the roll off your skills tab and instead of dragging it to the chat box, drag it to the hotbar, then all you have to do is click on it and you don't have to scroll through a million and one things.
Good
Cool,
piece of
good to know.
advice. Where did you learn that?
Fantasy Grounds College.
Woo!
God, this is one big advertisement.
So, yes, you do see there's a tunnel here.
Yep.
And you do see the goblin looking at you, but he turns and runs.
Can I yell after him?
You certainly can.
Hey, come back here, you little menace!
Are you using a voice changer for that?
No, that's purely me.
Okay, well, I'm impressed.
By the way, hello to our... It was 9 viewers, but now 7 viewers.
11 on my screen.
11, it's 3 for me.
Well,
I
it's
must
somewhere
have done it
between
right, I
11 and
guess.
3, I would say.
There we
Hi,
go.
everyone. So, you also find... Who rolled that 18? Krieger. A glint of gold catches your eye. It seems to come from the bones atop the altar. A closer inspection reveals an amulet of deep gold, a sun emblem with 16 rays coming from it, much like the directions of the 8 winds and the 8 half winds. That's what it describes, but it doesn't actually give me an item, I don't believe. Let me see if I can find that, because...
If it's possible, I will take that and pocket it.
It hasn't actually created an item, so can you just put that in, type it in your inventory manually? So far that's been one of 2 mistakes I've found of this dungeon, but all in all, they're nothing serious.
Where should I enter it in?
Just in your inventory, just create a new item and call it an amulet, and I will copy and paste the description for you.
Cool. How do I go about creating a new item in my inventory?
You need to go to inventory and click the little brown circle down the bottom right where it says edit list.
Yep.
And then click where it says equipment, there's a green plus. You see that? Yep. And just call it amulet or gold amulet or whatever. Alright, so there's 3 exits to this room, 2 of the little tunnels that you guys can't traverse, and the door that you came in through. While he does that, I'll assume you guys want to go back out to the main chamber and look at the main door, yes?
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. That's what I'm hearing is yep. Okay, let me just close that and fix Krieger's gold amulet of 11111111. I'll just put the description in there for you, Krieger. There you go, it's done.
Cool.
So it's in your inventory, it's even got the description in it when you click it now. Alright, so this room in the last door here. Let me just have a quick read. Alright, so this door is made of solid stone and looks identical to the stone, the door at the crypt's entrance. It looks very heavy.
What's the symbol underneath it?
Sorry, I'm still reading this. Doesn't actually say on this particular page. But given that this is the only stone door and the others were all wood, and it's got that symbol on it that was on the front of the entrance to this place, that's all it's going to have.
Okay.
Okay, so it looks quite heavy, it looks stone, but also looks like it can be moved.
Does this door open inwards or outwards?
At this stage, it looks like it's going to push inwards, like away from you.
Cool. Start pushing on it.
Cool. So Krieger, can you please make a strength check? Yeah, you actually managed to push it open. It says, this small antechamber has a rotted wooden bench on either side of the room with the mosaic of the sun inlaid with yellow stones upon the floor. A decorative chandelier made from clear crystals hangs above, dangling from a rusty chain and covered in moss and black lichen. The chandelier flickers, imbued with a faint magical light, seemingly at the end of its life. Now I'm just going to draw the mask for everyone. Sorry, bear with me here. Okay. Now, as you guys are entering, can you please make a perception check? Goodness gracious. You guys are really rolling badly tonight. I still can't get over the 1, 2, 3, 4.
I know. That's freaky.
It is. What are the chances? I actually don't want to know the chances. It's just a saying. Okay. So. I'm actually going to allow that both Sergius and Krieger have noticed that there is a another trap. And Krieger recognizes it as what you would call a portcullis trap. And he realizes he probably can disable it if he rolls well enough doing a dexterity check, because I didn't put your thieves tools in.
Okay, hold on one sec. 16 get the job done?
It does. It says 12. Difficulty check of 12 to disable it. So you do manage to disable that, no problem at all. And alright, so remembering the description. There's a mosaic of the sun inlaid with yellow stones upon the floor, right? What are you guys going to be doing here?
I'm looking for that goblin and seeing if we can.
He is
Get
not
off it.
visible.
Okay, is there an entryway from the last point where, like the last room we're in?
Not that you can see from where you are.
Okay, can we move down into the room and check it out?
Yep, so as you move in, can you please make another perception check? You actually, before you get there, realize that if you walk across the center of the room, you would fall into a pit trap.
Ooh.
So I'm just going to draw a crude area. The pit trap is going to be, give or take, that weird shape. Okay, but you noticed it, you've pointed it out to everyone, so everyone would be able to walk around it without much problem. So, what are you going to do now?
Yeah, so around the edges. Oh, well, somebody else want to?
Well, what does everyone else want to do? Dean?
Walk around
Sergius?
the edges to the other side.
Yeah, can I start moving my way across, examining the walls for any hidden entrances or anything?
Yeah, roll your perception. You don't notice
I'm
anything.
blind.
Apparently. Almost blind. Alright, so everyone's just moving across and going to those stairs then?
Yes.
Yep.
Right. So, just move yourselves into position and I'll fix that up for you in a moment. Alright. Sorry, and I'll just expose the mask. Except I was on drawing mode again. I gotta stop doing that.
Yes, it does sound potentially problematic, does it not?
Oh, I'm sure I'm pressing something that's causing it. Okay, move, and let me just have a bit of a read. So,
Just while you're reading, I would like to remind everyone watching that we do very much want to have a bit of a conversation with you fellas in the chat. So if you guys want to have a conversation, then please feel free to put messages in the chat.
yeah, please do. Discord, our link to our Discord will pop up soon, and we're after some backup players as well for when other players can't log on for whatever reason. Today's stream is a bit unusual. We don't normally stream at this time or even on this day, but it's a public holiday here in Australia, so a few of us said, let's have a game. Normally Tuesday and Thursday nights, 6:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. So, have a bit of a read. Alright, so there was apparently meant to be another door there that's not on the map that is unlocked and no traps and made of stone but lighter than the other two and engraved with a highly detailed and painted image of the setting sun. Alright. Here we go. Although made of white stone and similar to the other two doors, you are surprised to find this door quite light and devoid of locks or traps. The door slides easily into the wall, revealing a short jaunt of stairs before opening up into a dark crypt beyond. 4 skeletal warriors stand in this room, one in each corner. They stand like statues adorned with torn chainmail shirts marked with a symbol of the sun. Each tightly grasps an ancient longsword, point down against the old dusty stone tile floor. This room is much larger than the domed entry room of the crypt proper, decorated on all walls with carved suns painted yellow, and the floor inlaid with yellow stones which make up a great sun which fills the entire room. A white and yellow marble slab is laid in the dead center of the room, directly above the center of the mosaic sun. The slab is decorated with suns made of pure gold. Atop the marble slab rests the skeleton of a human, his clothing and flesh long since rotted away. He grasps a powerful-looking blade engraved with 3 runes shaped like blazing stars, which glows with a faint light, illuminating and casting eerie shadows of his skeleton, which dance upon the walls. So I'm actually just going to expose the rest of this room on here. I missed a bit of the edge there.
So I'm just checking. This skeleton isn't moving or anything, yeah?
No, it's laying on it. This map just seems to be lacking a little bit of detail that I feel it probably...
Yeah, it really needs to have the furniture.
Right. Okay. So yeah, but hey, look, it was like $6 or $7. It was next to nothing. So,
it definitely gets points for what it does have.
Yeah, look, for its price, it's been a lot of fun. And all right, so we've already read that part out, and there's another problem. It's actually... Oh wait, no. Right. Bear with me.
By the way, hi Mastodon. It's good to hear that you're trying to get back into Fantasy Grounds, and we definitely understand that your reluctance to use other platforms. I've got like 1,500 hours in Roll20, and I'm used to it, but Fantasy Grounds is definitely a lot better for things like D&D.
Okay, so getting back into it. No, the skeletons are not moving or doing anything, and neither is the one laying on the piece. What are you guys going to do?
Can I go up to the slab in the middle of the room and try and take his sword?
Sorry, I'm being told that people can only see half the map. There we go. That should fix it for everyone on the stream. Apologies for that.
Could I have another investigation on this southern wall here? For any holes where goblins could have crawled through?
Sorry, where do you want to do that at? Move your character there.
Oh, where my character is at the moment.
Oh, yeah, go for a dual search.
Oh,
No.
never mind.
Nothing. Alright, so you guys are now entering the chamber.
Yeah, and I'm being a bit of a kleptomaniac, and I'm going to try and take the sword off of the skeleton.
Okay, so bear with me.
Go with disarm. Sounds less.
No, I would misuse that word if I was yanking his arm off.
Alright, so there is an image it's saying I should share with you guys. That's what well, when he touches it, the skeletons start moving. 4 skeletal figures garbed in torn chain shirts with the symbol of the sun emblazoned upon them step forward from every corner of the room. Each warrior grasps an ancient steel blade, and one by one they begin to march forward. So there's an encounter here, which I will now place.
For Arcana.
I mean, none of us are really inherently magical beyond the paladin.
Okay.
And the bard.
Alright. Sorry, bear with me while I prep this. It shouldn't take too long.
Nothing wrong with being old, Mastodon.
No, it happens to us all.
Shit, I turned 50 this month.
Yeah. Some more
Christ.
so than others.
Yeah.
You're starting to catch up with Clicky.
Oh dear. Alright, so.
I can't really catch up to someone.
You're not thinking of murder though. Okay, so you see the images of them. There's an encounter. Alright. Right.
Grab your partners, gentlemen.
Dean was the one who was trying to grab the sword, yes?
Yep.
Yep. Okay, so as you've gone to that, it's actually over here. The sorry, bear with me. Bear with me, a bit of reading here. Alright, the skeletons start to move forward, and this one actually comes forward and from behind swings its short sword at you. It misses, unfortunately, or fortunately for you. This one turns towards Algernon, and again, short sword swinging. It hits. Couldn't ask for a better result from that than that though. 3 damage to Krieger. Dean, your turn. There are skeletons all around you advancing.
Okay, I am going to swing my longsword at the one that attacked me, so I'm turning around while swinging my sword. And while I'm doing that, I'm shouting out, "How dare you attempt to discombobulate me!"
Have you actually been looking up big words?
No.
No? Oh, okay.
I'm just using whatever words come to mind.
19, that's a hit. Whew. Yep, not bad. Right. Is that it?
Yeah, because I don't have extra attack or extra action or whatever.
Not
Action
at this
search,
stage. Alright. Grizel, what are you going to do? Talk through your microphone.
What can I do?
Well, on the Actions tab of your character sheet, there's a whole heap of different things you can do. You have a few spells, and you also have weapons in your hands. Just quickly, tell me what you think she would do.
I think she would do a vicious mockery.
Okay, which one are you gonna? What you need to do is down where it says vicious mockery. You'll see it's got 3 buttons, right? One looks like a dice, one looks like blood, and one looks like a person, right?
Yeah.
First thing you want to do is click and drag the one that looks like a dice or a die onto whichever one it is you want to mock on the map. Alright, so it's saved versus your spell, okay, successfully, which means it doesn't take any damage.
Okay.
Okay. Is she going to move or stay there or what?
She'll stay there.
Stay there? Okay, end your turn. Press the down arrow on the combat tracker, which you don't have open. Up the top right hand side, there's a picture of 2 swords crossed. Click that. Yep, and press the down. You already did. Excellent. Alright, so an arrow actually gets fired at Grizel. It hits. It hits, and now that arrow came from the right hand side, the eastern side. Okay. Sergius.
Can I move there, or is that in the wall?
No, that's fine.
Yeah,
I know you're obviously following the wall there. Are you moving forward to where that skeleton is?
Yes, I was just checking the range for the long sword. No.
Should be 5 feet, shouldn't it?
Yeah, it did say. Ooh! That is
Whew.
definitely a hit.
That's a big hit.
20.
Can't argue with that. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. Still a crit. You got to celebrate those.
Yeah. Deaths. And with that, I'm going to have to go for an hour or so. I'll be back in a bit. Be back later.
Alright, I'll take over your character. This game's almost over, so
Oh, cool.
I'll talk to you later, man. Alright, next is Krieger.
Cool. Okay, I'm going to go for a rapier attack on the one that attacked me, just out of reaction.
Yep. Oh.
And yeah, I'm a bit weak at the moment.
That's alright. He just had to touch the sword, didn't he?
Yeah. Okay, and I'll also move. Actually, no, I won't. Stay where I am. That'll do me.
That'll do you. Alright. This one turns. Looks straight at Dean. Short sword swings. Misses. This one positions itself over here. Gains advantage by doing so. Swings his short sword at Dean. And hits.
Of course they crit. Oh, no, they didn't. Sorry.
No, it didn't crit. No, I was wondering what you were.
Yeah, no, the green just misled me because it was
right, okay.
at advantage.
This one's also going to get advantage now that they've flanked you. Swings a short sword. Hits. You are knocked unconscious. This one.
Oh, I'm pulling it down.
Swings at Krieger and misses. Nice save. Alright, Grizel. Dean's fallen down unconscious. He's been attacked by skeletons. Actually, King, I'm just going to free up that other character. Macca's character. Macca's character.
Right.
Do you want to take possession of that and play that while yours is unconscious?
Yeah, sure.
Yep, done. Alright, Grizel, what's she doing?
I will try and use Vicious Mockery.
Go for it. So again, roll that first die onto the target. He fails. Now that means on your character sheet, you should use that second die, which is the damage. So click and drag that onto the same target. Yep. You've hit it. No problem. And the last one is, because of his Vicious Mockery, you get to put an effect on it. Alright, now did you just click that or did you drag it onto it? Okay, good. Is that your turn done? Is that all you're doing?
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. Next turn. Sergius. Now being played by King.
And this is going to be vastly entertaining. I'm considering doing a voice, but he's not going to talk, so it becomes a little bit moot at this point.
No, just play it. Let's just get it over and done
Yeah.
with.
Can I'm getting the rules of 3.5 and 5th edition mixed up again. Can I move through like an enemy's reach without provoking?
Yes, as long as you stay within the 5 feet of the enemy.
Okay. This is going to be so stupid, but it kind of needs to be done because we need the help.
Yep.
He's going to move here. So he's moving there.
Okay, yep.
And this is going to take up his action, which sucks for him, but it is going to help. He's going to use Lay on Hands, reach out and heal Dean
Yep.
for, what was that? Now, Paladin level times, so that's only 5 hit points. Yeah, he's going to give him 5 hit points.
Yep, so I set that up so you should be able to do that with no problems. It should make a lot of sense when you do it. Yeah, pretty straightforward, hey?
Yeah.
And that also got rid of the unconscious effect at the same time automatically. Excellent. All right, is that Sergius's turn done?
Yes, because he can't do any more actions.
Great. Krieger's turn. When you end your turn. Excellent.
Cool.
Krieger.
Okay. I'm going to have to go for another attack on this one that's straight in front of me. I can't move away from him without getting an attack of opportunity on me. That's correct?
You can move left or up.
I can move left and
Yeah.
attack this
As long
one
as
from
you don't
behind.
move more than 1 square away from him, you're fine. So
If I move to there,
he'll
do I
get
get
an
a sneak attack on?
No,
He will get an attack.
the one on the left will get an attack on you.
Yeah. Okay, well, I won't move. I'll just keep engaging this guy here, the one to my northwest.
Yes, Macca, he did. But he had to. Okay, yeah, go for it. Oh, no. Well, natural 1. Let's ask the viewers, what should happen when he rolled his 1? In fact,
Yes,
actually,
Mako, I did put you in the middle of it.
I can probably just enable that. Give me a second.
I think Mac is distraught.
Little bit. I would be too. It's a good thing it's a one-shot, isn't it?
Yeah, I know, right? But I'm liking the setting. The setting's really cool.
It's actually not bad. I'm quite enjoying it. Hold on. So no one has actually told us what they think should happen on Twitch for rolling the 1. So I'm going to go... like this. Your opponent parries your awkward attack that causes you to hit yourself in the groin. You have half movement and -4 to all actions for 1d6 plus 4 rounds. If this action is impossible, your original target receives an action point. So I need to add an effect to you, Krieger, and I'm going to call it Dick Punched.
R.I.P.
That's a pretty neat trick with using a rapier.
Yeah, well, be glad you didn't just get a piercing.
So does that mean he just got boned?
Would have been very hard to do. Or let me reword that.
No,
would have been.
Come on. I was making a skeleton joke. You turned it into a penis joke. I'm doing a skeleton joke.
Everyone loves dick jokes. Okay, so I'm just going to leave that
The name is Richie.
effect on there for the moment. So half movement and -4 to all actions. I haven't coded that in for this one shot, so we'll just leave that up there for the moment. And that's your turn done. All right.
Thanks.
This skeleton turns. Short sword swinging at Sergius. Misses. This one has advantage because of positioning again. Swings his short sword at Dean Brody. Hits. Oh, Dean is down again. It's just not meant to be. This one turns and swings his short sword at Sergius again. Why did he... that's right. Yeah, no. He had the effect from Vicious Mockery. Sorry, I just had to think about that for a moment. So he missed you. Alright, and this one swings at Krieger again. And misses as well. Dean fails a death saving throw. Grizel, what are you doing?
I will use vicious mockery.
Also, apologies, one of our skeletons was actually killed. He fails his save, so add the damage. Excellent, and add the effect. Excellent. Is that all she's doing?
Yep.
Great. Sergius.
Sergius is going to be helpful for more than half a second, and he is going to stab the skeletal guardian of the Sunlord, Kartik, number 2.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to stab him and hopefully pierce him through to the wall with his spear.
Okay, go for it. Do the attack. Let's see what happens here. Oh,
Completely biffs it.
No, he does. He fails. He doesn't even get to finish his turn. Krieger. Half movement and -4.
My nethers.
Oh no! Alright, the fumble table worked that time, so it didn't have any extra effect. Oh dear.
My God.
Oh, I don't know what's happening there. Alright.
Everything just hates him.
This one's attacking Sergius again. Ooh, it hits. This one actually comes striding down here and swings its short sword at Grizel. It hits Grizel. Grizel is unconscious. Alright, this one swings his short sword at Krieger. He hits despite disadvantage. Krieger is damaged. Oh, that's 2 fails. That's a fail. Surprisingly, the goblin reappears out a little tunnel there. And makes a dash over here using his nimble escape and tries to grab that glowing sword. Sergius.
Can Sergius try and grab it before the goblin?
Yes, but if you move over there, you're going to get 2 attacks of opportunity on you.
Wouldn't I only get 1?
You're surrounded.
Okay, sorry, can you draw where the table is, like the slab? Because I'm having
I'm just going to say it's right there.
So that's the slab there, up in the corner.
I assume the map looks different to the description.
Yeah, because it said that the slab was in the dead middle. I thought that was a staircase, to be honest. But...
Yeah, so did I at first, but it's not. I've no idea. Let's just assume it's there.
Okay. Well, I can actually move without taking 2. I can take 1. Oh, no, I would take 2 because I'm moving out of that one. Son of a bollock.
Yep.
Christ. This isn't friendly. Screw it. Can I throw the spear at the goblin
Go for
and try and pin him to the wall?
Yep, go for it. You know how to make a ranged attack with the spear.
Oh, for the love of God, come on!
Mark it as you're out of ammo for the spear, please.
Yeah, it already did.
Okay. Krieger.
To continue. I got to get a good shot this time.
Remember you're at -4. That's a hit regardless. Yep, you actually managed to kill that one.
Thank God.
Yeah. All right. And
I'm going to move to there.
Doing that will get an attack of opportunity.
Yep, do it.
All right. It's number 3 is going to swing his short sword at you and miss. Done. Right. This skeleton turns and makes its way directly towards the goblin. Swings and hits.
I was going to say, if nothing bad to it, I would have been pissed.
Okay, this one here is going to turn and he is going to take a swing at Sergius. He hits.
Oh no, you have wounded me!
You're down. Ugh. Successful
Why do all
save.
my characters die?
Failed. Grog turns, swings his scimitar and attacks the skeleton. He hits. He doesn't hit very hard, but he hits nonetheless. Oh, good grief. Alright, Krieger, you are the last member of the party alive.
Oh, crap, you're kidding.
Nope. It's all you, big fella. There's 2 skeletons and the goblin, and the skeletons are engaging the goblin, or one of them is anyway.
In all fairness, we're not dead, we're just not kind of conscious.
Some of you are bloody close. One more failed save and you're gone.
Okay, so I'm going to engage. If I move there, I can do a sneak attack on that skeleton.
You know what? I'll allow that just because he's engaged the goblin.
Yep.
He's not thinking of you. So roll your attack first. And you know what? Do it at advantage because we'll say because he's fighting both of you, you've got flanking. It hits. Now apply your sneak attack before you roll your damage. You smash that skeleton. He's gone. There's one skeleton and the goblin left.
Right.
With or without the sword?
The goblin did not manage to actually pick it up. He grabbed it, but the other skeletons attacked him before he could take it.
Oh, right, okay.
Ending your turn, Krieger?
Yep.
The skeleton marches over towards the goblin, swings his short sword at the goblin and misses. Oh no, Dean Brody has died.
Rip.
Grizel succeeds. The goblin turns and with a loud scream swings his scimitar at the skeleton. He hits. That's 2 fails from Sergius as well. Krieger.
I'm going to move up behind the goblin.
Yep.
Do I get an advantage again?
Yes. I'll allow that same mechanic. You hit. Apply the sneak attack. Remember, it's piercing. How good is sneak attack, by the way? Woof!
It's dope.
Instant death.
Oh.
Wow. Alright. He drops dead. Is that it?
That's all I got.
Oh, the skeleton comes at you. Short sword is swinging. Oh.
Thank you, Jeebus.
Fail. Grizel has also died.
It said I succeeded last time though.
Yes, you need to succeed 3 or fail 3, whichever happens first. You failed 3 first. It's not the end of the world, don't stress. Sergius was successful. How many was that?
It's 1 success, 2 fails.
Right. And Krieger, your turn. There's this skeleton looking at you.
Okay. Here we go, guys. Wish me luck.
No, you can die. You're the only one living. You can die. It's your
You hit.
turn.
Nice, you kill him.
Nice. Okay. What do I got to do to get the paladin up?
To get the paladin up, you need to do a medicine check. That was close there at the end.
Sure was.
Do you know what the interesting bit is?
Oh, that's a fail on the medicine check. Yeah, sorry, what's interesting?
The paladin can't help.
No, 2 of the characters are actually, like, their hearts have stopped beating.
Right.
I mean, even if they hadn't, he used up all of his lay on hands points. He can't heal.
Krieger's the only one alive. Everyone else actually died.
Shit. Okay, and I'm not too well off with myself.
This happens on occasion. Alright, so I guess the good news is...
Yeah, search that little bastard goblin first and see if I find that ring.
yes, you do. He has the ring.
Place it back on the dead body of Sergius. Where
Yep.
it should be.
Yep. Okay.
Go
Can
through
you just
everybody's
do a
pockets.
perception?
Nobody has a
No,
healing
do a
potion.
perception check. Okay. You actually do find a little secret compartment, and oh, good grief! When you play with the compartment, it opens up a set of stairs up the back there, which is what they actually are, is stairs, by the way. It's probably an oversight on their part with that map, but you could descend down the stairs if you so choose, or you could grab that sword.
I will grab the sword.
Okay.
Chuck it on my back.
Okay. It is in your
Yep.
inventory.
No, I'm pretty low on hit points now. What have I got?
You have. Why can I not see that? You have. You've got 16 damage out of 21. Your choices are you can either continue down there and see what's down there, or you could get out of here and call it. It is entirely up to you. Fate has decreed you are at the moment the sole survivor.
Yep. Okay, so I'll just line up my buddies, leave them there.
Yep.
I'm going to go through all their pockets, take any gold or silver that they've got on them.
Okay, yep. We'll fix that up afterwards, but yep.
Yep. And I am going to get out of there. We've got what we came for, and I'm in no condition to go any further adventuring. With what?
Okay.
5 hit points left.
That's
I'm
the
reading that
adventure,
right, is that
folks.
correct?
Krieger
That was good.
was the sole survivor. They recovered what they came for. He got himself a nice sword. Do you want to read the description of that sword out for everyone, please, Krieger? I'm glad this was a one-shot and not our main game.
Yeah. Where is the sword? Oh,
On your
hold on.
actions
Is
tab.
it?
It's already equipped.
Oh, okay. Blade of the Sunlord.
Yep.
The Blade of the Sunlord was forged in the year 350 for the great Sunlord Kartik. Kartik ruled over the ancestor people from 348 to 356 and brought about the time of land warming through his worship of the sun. The increased regional temperatures encourage both plant and animal life to flourish, which in turn help the ancestor people to grow and prosper. The blade is lined with 3 sun runes which radiate magic when detect magic spell is cast upon the sword. The hilt is made from black stone which seems to absorb sunlight during the day and becomes warm to the touch at night when the blade is glowing. The Blade of the Sunlord is considered a +1 longsword that is treated as a short sword in terms of weight and size. The blade bonds with an owner of good alignment after being attuned for 1 week. Once attuned, the blade will always attempt to return to its owner if lost or stolen. It will fall off wagons, slip out of sheaths, and find any way possible to return. If the owner of the blade commits a single evil act, the blade will abandon its owner in search of a more suitable candidate. The bond is severed with the owner's death. If the blade is wielded by an evil character, it crumbles to dust once exposed to direct sunlight. An evil character will know after 1 hour of an attempted attunement that he will not benefit from this weapon and becomes ill and sickly upon holding it.
Characters level 1 to 6, I'll do it,
Yep.
which wield this blade obtain only the +1 bonus associated with it and none of the abilities. Once a character reaches 7th level or is attuned for an entire solar year, they become worthy of the Sunlord's power and the full potential of the blade is unlocked. So these powers, which are usable only after reaching level 7 or a year of attunement, the 3 images of the sun on the blade are the stored power for the special functions and therefore it has a total of 3 available charges. Using of the command word Sol will produce daylight radiance and will use 1 engraved sun. Using the command word Dur, spelled D-H-E-U-R, I guess that's how you pronounce that, will cause the weapon to grant advantage on attack rolls with this blade against undead and will also use 1 engraved sun. Using the command word Ra will send a ray of searing light per the spell and will also use 2 engraved suns. Sun inscriptions refresh upon a new owner's acquisition of the blade or at the rate of 1 every day. So that's actually quite a powerful sword if you end up being able to use it.
Yep.
Well, that's our one shot for the day. I need to go and start dinner. That was a lot of fun. I hope everyone had a good time despite the almost total party wipe.
That was incredibly fun.
TPK -1.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. I'll shut the stream down there. For those of you watching, thank you for watching. Please feel free to follow me on Twitch. I'm over halfway towards my goal of 50. And if you want, the link for Discord is in the chat. We're on here quite regularly. We are after other players as well. So jump on, have a chat. Most of us are Australian and New Zealand. There's not much more to say, really. Thanks for watching and have a great evening. Bye.